Now where is, oh, here. He has the flag.
Thank you. I really feel very thrilled to receive this award from Martha. She is one of my heroes. And she's a mother from hell, like I am, and I know a lot of you out here are. And we mothers from hell have learned the hard way how to get inclusion for our children. When we came to Massachusetts, we moved here because we knew that it was better than the federal average, what the schools did for kids. We moved to the wrong town. So it meant we had to organize. And what we found was we did have resources. We were blessed. We had resources. We could hire an incredible lawyer, Connie Hilton, who for the 2 years it took us to get Jesse's basic civil rights remained steadfast. But what really made it work was community organizing. Because I remember writing a letter to the parents and saying, in unity there is strength. Meet me at the library, and we'll all get together and we'll discuss what we can do. There were 6 lawsuits that year, 6. The SPED director is no longer the SPED director. He was the person who said, why should we spend money on these kids? They don't give anything back to society. So when we won a cash settlement from the school, the first parents to do so in that town, we made the Jesse Cooper Give Back to Society Scholarship Award that we give every year to a disabled kid. The reason that the Jesse Advocacy Fund means so much to us is that we know that, my mother was an immigrant from Italy, and we had resources. We're articulate, college educated, I hate authority. We had all the qualities to deal with this. But I think of my mother, and I think of her dealing with the obfuscation, the delays, the acronyms, the accusations that you have a disabled child, you're putting a strain on. And that's why we formed the fund, because Jesse thrived in inclusion. I just want to tell you one little thing about when Jesse became included. When he was in the 5th grade, Chris was filming the Born Identity, and we got to go to Prague. But on the way, we stopped at the de Gaulle airport, and Jesse was keeping a computer journal that he was doing in school for the kids. And he said, it really wasn't accessible. Everywhere we went, it was like, oh, je suis désolé, we can't, blah, blah. So his teacher said, so what would you do? You kids are learning to write letters to get them. What would you do about that? They want to hold the Olympics there. So these kids, I have all the letters that they wrote. They wrote letters to the mayor. They wrote letters to their representatives. They wrote letters everywhere. And the letters said, besides the one that said, Dear Mr. Bush, do you know what happened to my friend Jesse? Besides that letter were the letters that said, what about elderly people? What about people with kids in strollers? So these 11-year-olds are now thinking about community because they've got Jesse Cooper in their class. That's what we want to see. That's the community I want to live in. I think that's a community you all do. And Patty, to prove that Chris is not a hand puppet, he's just going to say.
Well, I must say, as I've said 1,000 times, being an actor, I'm pretty good with a script in my head, but talking off the cuff, I am one of the worst. So tonight, this was Marianne's show, so to speak. But thank you so much for this wonderful recognition. Thank you.
Marianne. You don't know me all that well. There's a little more. I wanted to emphasize, of course, the wonderful fact of the 35th anniversary of the Federation. And in that connection, I wanted to talk just briefly about what has happened to some of our children over 35 years, how they have grown and achieved. So I spoke with Jessica Voss, whom some of you know, and I said, Jessica, could you maybe bring along a gift for Marianne? Jessica is now, I think, 33 with cerebral palsy, and many of you know that Jessica has, as an adult, has taken up art. She paints silk scarves, and she does paintings. And to my great surprise, just today I learned that she's making scarves not only for women, but also for men. And Jessica uses a wheelchair, and she has even more trouble than I do coming up these steps. So Jessica gave me these to give to you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sure.
Thank you, Jessica. We still have your beautiful butterfly picture in Jesse's room that you sent to us. It means a lot.
And later, at the very end of the evening, I have a little surprise for you from my own daughter, who is not 35, but 45. So just wait.